All right. Good day, viewers. You are welcome once again to online teaching series. Today we have a very interesting question here. Practice question number 46. That the motion of a particle along a straight line is represented by the equation S equal to 2t raised to the power 4 minus 3t raised to the power 3. We are told to calculate the velocity and acceleration of this particle after 3 seconds. Please let's go together to solving this problem. Solution. Now, in solving this problem, number one, we are told to calculate the velocity. We are not going to use a regular motion equation to solving this problem. Here we use differential equation. Now, to solving this problem, number one, we first of all have an understanding that velocity of a particle. Velocity is equal to displacement all over time. Displacement all over time. So now using differential equation, it will be equal to the velocity of the particle will be equal to change. A change in displacement all over change in time. Change in time. Now we use the illustration that the velocity is equal to change in displacement. And the displacement in this case is s. Look at it from the equation. So the velocity will be equal to change the s all over change in time. The s is the change in displacement all over change in time. So if we integrate this equation, we have here that x is equal to 2t raised to the power 4 minus 3t raised to the power 3. So it means that our dx all over dt, differentiating x with respect to time, that will be equal to. Now from here, to differentiate this variable, you multiply this variable here with the power 4. So it becomes 4 times 2t. Then you subtract 1 from the power, minus 1, and that will be 3. Minus here, the same thing, you multiply the variable here with the power, which is 3 times 3. Then we have t here. You subtract 1 here, it will give us 2. So what we have here is that the x all over dt will be equal to 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. So we have 8t raised to the power 3 minus what we have here is 3 times 3 is 9. 9t raised to the power 2. So our dx over dt, which represent our velocity. So dx all over dt will be equal to 8. Remember they said the time after 3 seconds. We now substitute t as 3 times 3 raised to the power 3 minus 9 times 3 raised to the power 2. So our ds all over dt, which is the velocity. So the velocity now will be equal to, this is 8 times 27 minus 9 times 9. And 8 times 27 will give us 216. So the velocity of the particle will be equal to 216 minus 9 times 9, which is 81. And automatically, the velocity will be equal to 135 meters per second. Remember, the unit for velocity is meters per second. Number 2, the acceleration after 3 seconds. Acceleration, that's number 2. Acceleration. Remember, acceleration of a body is equal to change in velocity. Change in velocity all over change in time. So the velocity here, look at what we have for the velocity. 8t raised to the power 3 minus 9t squared when we differentiated the initial equation. So you find out that acceleration now will be equal to dv all over dt. So dv over dt will have to differentiate this. To differentiate 8t raised to the power 3 minus 9t squared. Our dv all over dt will be equal to 3. Use the power to multiply this. So we'll have 3 times 8. Subtract 1 here, we'll have t raised to the power 2. Minus, what do we have here? We'll have, use the power to multiply this. We'll have 2 times 9. Subtract 1 here, so we'll have t raised to the power 1. So this is what we have here. So our dv all over dt, which is acceleration, will be equal to 3 times 8 is 24. So I have 24 t squared minus 9 times 2 is 18. I have 18t. But we remember that t is equal to 3. So we substitute t there. Our dv over dt, which is acceleration, will be equal to 24 times 3 raised to power 2 minus 18 times 3. So what we have here is 24 times 3 raised to power 2 is 9 minus 18 times 3. And 18 times 3, that will be 54 times 3 will be equal to 54. So our acceleration will be equal to 24 times 9 will give us 216. 216 minus 54. If we subtract 54 there, that will give us 162. So therefore, the acceleration of the particle will be equal to 162 meters per second square. Remember, the unit for acceleration is meters per second square. You have the video there. Watch over it, over and over. Pause it, watch forward, backward, to understanding the solution to this simple problem we have here. If you have any question, just drop it on the comment section. In our next videos, it will be attended to. Like, share, and comment on my videos. Bye until we meet in our next series.